Hey everybody, welcome to Cowboy Leather Shoe Repair. Today we're going to have a tour of the shop. I was contacted by phone by a subscriber from Lake Charles, Louisiana. He said he's been following me religiously, and he had some questions. We talked for, I'd say, nearly 45 minutes to an hour. You know, we were just kicking ideas back and forth, and he said, I'd like to see a video, if you would, of your new shop. And I said, excuse me. I said, well, I posted shop videos. And then I got to think about it. I really haven't had a walkthrough of the new shop. The shop we're sitting in now was the original shop, you know, from back 2003, 2004. No, excuse me, 2013, 2014. I started out in a 16 by 10 building, and we've gone from there. We outgrew it. I extended the shop another 12 feet by 16 feet, and I outgrew that one. So I think in some of my videos you'll see a whole different environment. That shop that you'll see in some of the videos was a 50 by 50, and that was a shop not owned by me. I was renting it from the man I bought most of the leather working tools from, the bigger stuff, the clicker presses, and not shoe finishers, but the harness making equipment. So, and 2 years ago, I believe it's 2 years now, the gentleman passed away, so I lost that building and I had to come back to the original location. So I put a 30 by 12 next to the original shop and just cut a hole in the door, or cut a hole in the wall, so I got a walk through. So I think that's the last. You'll see different in my videos. You'll see different backdrops, if you will. So he asked if I would mind making a new one, and today's Friday. I didn't have anything pressing that I wanted to make a video on, so I said sure. So let me put you on hold here, and we'll give you a tour of the shop, the equipment we have right now, and some of the things that we have made for sale and whatnot. So let me get up here and get around. So here we are, front door. Let's mosey on in. Don't mind changing the light. All right, that's the back end of the shop. Over here, that's the jewelry that my daughter makes. Don't mind the air conditioner. This is basically now the showroom store. Got my daughter makes the pillows. She makes hats with our logo on it. All that stuff on that rack is for sale. We got 2-3 pairs of boots on the bottom rack. Shoes for sale. Bags of leather lace. Swing back over here. Those are some of the tote bags, purses, black powder hunting bags, dog collars, dog harnesses. I got 2 saddles down there that we repaired. And shine back over here. Just spin around. This is my desk, my computer. That stuff is stuff that I've made, my signs. That's my personal stuff. It's just hanging there to show people basically what we got, what we can make. And we come over here. Holsters. That rack there is shoes that have been made, or excuse me, repaired, waiting for customers to pick them up. Belts. Kind of getting down on the belt count because this past week I had a rush on belts. People apparently getting ready, and like I say, my daughter makes the pillows, some of the wallets we've got for sale, another tub with wallets in it. So that's pretty much for, you know, this building here is the original one that I started out with when I first started. Then we walk through here. This is the little alleyway, and we'll start on this side of the shop. Rack of dies, all the buckle snaps, hardware that I use daily, tool cart. It's handy to have it on wheels. That way if you don't have something when you're working, that you can just roll it over. Cutting table, assembly, whatever. That's that table is 4 foot, actually 5 foot wide by 8 feet long. I've got rolls of webbing. The yellow webbing, use that for rebuilding the lightweight ratchet straps. There's zippers and patterns in there. My bucket of knives that I use for making knife sheaths. My strap cutters. Got everything on magnetic. Rulers and straight edges. But this is where I do all the cutting and assembly. My granite block. That box is just got holsters and stuff like that that I've been working on, waiting to be finished. Move this chair down under there. That's where I keep all extra stuff. You can see I've got buckles and snaps back there. That blue bin has got all my patterns in it. That's got some patterns, some kits for making holsters and whatnot. Bottom shelf has got all my thread. And we move over here. Now this building we're in now, that's it's 30 feet long by 12 feet wide. 8700 Juki. You'll see in some of my videos, that's what I use for putting wallets together. heater. Don't think we need it today. And then we got, as you've seen in my videos, the excuse me, Singer 29-4 treadle. That's the heavy duty stitcher. Yes, the garbage can is overflowing. It's Friday. I'll take the garbage out this weekend. That's the Ferdinand the Bull, which now is called Fernco. They sell Cobra and these machines. They've totally reworked these machines. They're not, to my knowledge, they're now a cream color. They still got the same frame, body design on them, but they're just different color. Landis K number 12. That's a shoe patch, or excuse me, that's a stitcher for putting soles on boots and shoes. That machine is old as dirt. And then we got the Auto Solar. That's for women's shoes, for like putting heels on and stuff like that. For the ladies' flats and pumps. Then this one here, this one is Auto Solar also, but right now it's out of commission because I broke a part that goes in here that actuates and feeds the wire nail, I should say. Someday I'll get it fixed up, but I don't use it much anymore because just because. And that is a heel wheel. What you do is you get, like, if you have to take the heels off of shoes or cowboy boots, you flip it over, you put your nails in here, put the boot or shoe on there, spin the wheel down, it drives the nails up in from the inside out. That's very handy. Then we move over there. That's bright. Hang on a minute. There we go. Kill some of the light. That's an automatic riveter. Use that for setting splash rivets. I'll show you how it works. You got an adjustment down here to adjust your depth. But you just slip this in here like so. Come on, focus. That's for your splash rivets. I do make a manual where I call it Kickstarter, but I got that when I bought the leather shop out. Then I got H-press for setting shoe soles and heels. I used that for a long time for a clicker press. I got shoe stretchers and shoe forms there. Let me step back a little bit. Now, this area down here is pretty much for doing the leather work end of the business. This section from here to the door, that's shoe repair and a little bit of leather. But that is a shoe finisher. Let me walk up on it. There's not much room. I've got brushes. That's for varnishing, shoe polisher. That's for scuffing the dust and dirt off of boots. This right here is a varnishing wheel. Now, that comes off, so I can do this one hand. You got wide one. You got like that. That's a little bit narrower. It's intended to varnish and slick up the edges of boots. This right here, that's a thread puller. When you cut the soles off, that pulls the threads out, cleans them up, so you don't have to pick it. Let me put this back on here. Now, this machine, not only do I use it for shoe repair, I also use it for leather. As I say, I can varnish. I've got, as you can see, I got that's varnishing wax in black, brown, darker brown, mid brown. That's a welt brush. You put it down there and it cleans the mud and whatnot off the welt of the boot or shoe. But getting back to where I was going, this right down here is very handy for if you're doing a holster or something like that. That'll varnish up the edge real good. Yes, I use it quite a bit, but I still do a lot of hand varnishing. But what happens is, I'm going to turn it on. Now, this right here, if you pull that lever, that bumps up against that, which causes heat. This will heat up, and you just take your varnish wax, put it on there. Let's see where and I'm trying to do this one-handed. That's slicked. Or you can come over here and run it through this. And that's varnished up. Brown side. So that's what that does. Like I say, that's not only handy for shoes, but I also use it for leather. Now we move down here. That's a numb keg. That's just a sander basically, and it's real handy. You know, it's hard to do it one-handed. It comes in handy for if you need to do a, if you got something with a V on it, you can slip it on there and it, not polishes, but sands it out. Then you've got your big, this is a 3-inch wide grinding wheel, sander, whatever. Then you got 1.5 inches. That's got the coarse grit, that's finer grit, that's for finishing. Like I say, I use this machine for boot repair, shoe repair, and leather. And let's see here, this is a heel wheel for grinding the heels. Now here's something that I find is rather helpful. You can adjust this wheel to open up the distance between here and here. That is great for, I use it for holsters because it takes everything down to, it grinds it down so it's basically pretty flat. Then you come up to here, you adjust this. This is a beveler. Run it, pull it through this way, spin it around, pull it through this way. It bevels both edges. Then if you got any fine sanding, you got a sander up there. I keep down there, that's sewing material, cork beds for Birkenstock sandals, extra heels. I keep a lot of heels in there. Those are for Red Wing shoes, or boots, excuse me, work boots. These shelves, shoe supplies in there. Summertime, we open up this big door. And excuse me, when it starts getting cooler, we open that up. Don't have to run the air conditioner. Then we move around here. Grease gun. These are most of the clicker dies that I use, pretty much, not so much daily, but they're the ones I use the most. So we keep them up there. Got a crimper. This is the Weaver 4-ton Muddy Wonder. I used to have a big monster of a clicker press. That was great when I had the shop with the 6-inch concrete floor, because when you trip that thing and clicked a piece of leather out, it would shake the floor. I put it in here and it shook the whole shop. Weaver edge beveler, splitter, just a variety of tools, and this is basically my catch-all toolbox or tool tray. I keep rubber gloves handy. Those are boots that need to be finished. Rolls of nylon. There's a roll of leather. There's black or brown leather up there for making horse reins. The tools, that's just extra scraps of leather that I've got that are too big to use for anything large and too small to throw, or not big enough to throw, or too big to throw away. This is my shoe repair table. Also serves as my leather when I have to poke holes and stuff like that. This is 1 inch thick, 30 some long by 29 deep. Rivets. Pick these up at picking nut bins out at Harbor Freight. Drop that on your foot, you will say ouch. Tools, 5-in-1. That also comes in handy for leather work. Crimper up here for crimping the shoe soles. Crank this. This is a skiver. Cut the leather. A lot of the old timers call this section in here the pattern cutter, because you use it for cutting patterns. Now you really can't get a good view of that, but there's 60, I think 65, 66 Wicked and Craig bellies, all veg tan. So, like I say, over here, that's just all hardware. There's more hardware under the table. Up there, that's chrome tan, Horween Chrome XL, And I've got pillow ticking, canvas, and I call it fuzzy, roll of fuzzy stuff. I use the fuzzy stuff for like putting in stuff that, like coasters. And I didn't show you that. What I just showed you was all the lighter leather. There's that's all veg tan with color. There's brown, there's black, there's 7-8 ounce natural veg tan up there. So I keep all my leather up top. So basically, you know, that's the shop. Now, like I said, the building we're in now is 30 feet long by 12 feet wide. Yes, it might look a little cramped, but I don't want to have to walk from my cutting table or assembly table clear across the shop to stitch it. All I got to do is spin my chair around, sit down. I sit on that chair to work up here. I spin around, I sit on that to run that machine, that machine, that machine. So they're all sitting in a U shape. So everything is, like I say, right at my hands. The tool cart, if I'm working on something, building it, whatever, whether it's a purse or belts or whatever, I roll that over right to my table and I'm good to go. So that is our shop here at Cowboy Leather and Shoe Repair. And like I say, I had a viewer. I'm sorry if you're watching this video, I forgot your name. I'm not good with names, so, but I got where you're at, right? So you know who you are. I've had a couple subscribers call me on the phone. So far, I've got more people that call me on the phone that are subscribers than I do the people that comment. And when I do get a comment, it's somebody being snarky. Your camera work is crappy. This, that, or the other thing. And my answer to that is, leather crafting shoe repair is what makes my money. YouTube videos, they don't make the money. I can monetize. I can do the, I can't remember what that fancy word is now, Patreon or whatever. I can do that and put the better footage and the more in-depth builds and stuff like that on there and charge you for it. But I'm not yet. So yeah, I appreciate all the people that are following me. Believe me, I appreciate each and every one of you. It's not that hard to hit the like button. If you're not subscribed, you can hit the like button. You can hit the join the club button. It don't cost you a dime. It helps me, and it helps excuse me, YouTube realize that there are people watching my content, so they'll push the content. They'll push my channel. Sorry for the rant, but you know, like I say, the only comments I get are the snarky ones that, oh, your camera work is crappy, you didn't do this, or why didn't you do that? It's their comments. I don't, it doesn't bother me. But like I said, leather crafting and shoe repair are what put the groceries on my table, gas in my vehicle, and pay to buy new tools and fancier leather. Because as I said in my last video, I'm enjoying life. This is great. It's fun. And I should have done it a whole lot sooner. But anyhow, I'm going to go. It's still early in the day. It's before noon here in Tennessee. So I'm going to back out of here, do some real work. And as I always say, have a good day, have a good weekend, stay safe, and we will see you on the next go round next Friday. Bye now.